Hi my friends, I hope you're having a good day today. Just a quick trigger warning before I go into the topic of this video. I will be talking about suicide, Chester Bennington, Linkin Park, and Mike Shinoda's new album titled Post-Traumatic, so if you find any of those topics triggering, please click away. Otherwise, thank you for being here, and I hope that what I'm about to say makes sense, and that it is articulate in some way, because I can't make any promises, because this is a very moving subject for me. But if you've watched my videos over the past year, you know that Chester Bennington, who is one of the lead singers of Linkin Park, he took his life last summer, and it was probably one of the most difficult experiences that I've ever had to heal from, especially since it happened 2 months after a family member took his life, and of course amid my own struggles and thoughts that involve suicidal ideation. But the past year has been a very long year when it comes to healing, because I always looked toward Chester as being a source of strength when it comes to such things. I still, of course, think of him as a source of strength, especially when I listen to his music. That hasn't changed. But right now, Mike Shinoda, who is also a lead singer of Linkin Park, he has been instrumental in my healing process over the past year, because he has been taking us through his own healing process. I mean, Chester was his best friend, and they spent so much time together over the past 15 years that like, him having the bravery and the strength to take us through his own healing process, that to me is monumental. I think that to me is an example of how I think we all should be toward other people who are struggling with depression and suicide, because we all need to be there for one another. But I've been waiting for his latest album titled Post-Traumatic to come out for a while. He's been releasing music from it periodically over the past few months, and I have found that the music that he's been releasing has helped me cope a lot, not only with my own thoughts, but with healing, in coming to terms with the fact that Chester physically isn't here with us anymore. And sorry, by the way, I'm sorry if I get inarticulate. This is a really difficult subject for me to talk about, and I'm trying to word myself gracefully, but it isn't easy, so bear with me. But I have fallen in love with this album because this album is, to me, a representation of the healing process, starting out with, not knowing where to start with that healing process, and ending with not being able to hear those demons, overcoming that pain, and coming out as a stronger person, and acceptance of all of the difficult things that one's endured. And like, trauma is something that, it seems like this foreboding mountain, but once you get over that mountain, you look back and you look at it and you're like, I got through all that. I got through that, and I'm still in one piece somehow. And that's why this album is so significant to me, because it's helped me view my own healing that way. And right now my favorite songs are Nothing Makes Sense Anymore, which is a moving song that kind of talks about, like, kind of feeling lost in that despair, not being able to make sense of events, feelings, that sense of, like, drowning in depression. Such a great song. Another song that I absolutely love is Crossing a Line, because it's, to me, my interpretation of that song is it's that song where a person consciously crosses the line from victim to survivor, in a way, because it's a very difficult decision to move forward, and I think crossing a line is that metaphor for moving forward. And of course, my favorite song today specifically is Can't Hear You Now, which is the last song on the album. And to me, that song is the final part of the healing process, where there is some form of acceptance, where, again, you were standing in the middle of that road looking back at that mountain, being like, wow, I got through that. And I don't know if Mike will ever get to see this video. I could only hope that maybe he would. But if you do see this video, Mike, I want to commend your bravery and your strength. I want to tell you, and not to mention everyone else who's suffering from depression, who's still healing, that our feelings matter, and that your album is a validation of our feelings, and we need that. Your album is survival, and I think it's going to continue to help people survive. And if there is an album that I think our culture needs right now, it is this one, because it opens up an honest conversation about what it's like to grieve, what it's like to heal, the good, the bad, and the difficulty of it, but also the relief and acceptance of that process once you get to the end. I think it's just opening up that conversation, and I'm hoping, now I'm not hoping because it has done this already, it is subverting the narrative that tells us that we shouldn't address mental health. So Mike, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to Mike's wife, Anna. I read your poetry in the art book that comes with the album, and it was so beautiful. Thank you to Linda, Chester's wife, for your strength and your determination. Thank you, Chester's sister Toby, for joining the conversation as well. Like, you were all such brave people, and your example is helping us heal too. It's helping us survive. So please never forget that. And I hope I managed to articulate this decently. So yeah, if you get a chance, please go listen to Mike Shinoda's album, Post Traumatic. If you are a Linkin Park fan, or if you also suffer from depression or suicidal ideation and you want to subscribe to my channel, please do. I talk about this subject very often because it's my personal philosophy and priority to open up dialogues about these conversations and subjects too, because they need to be talked about, because people aren't going to confront their own depression or suicidal ideation or get help until they actively see other people doing so themselves. Like, we learn by example, we feel confidence by example, and I hope that with my videos that I do at least 1% of what Mike to Linda and Toby and Anna and all of them are doing right now. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon.